Welcome back to the weekend edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. Tonight, our discussion is around rights. You can join the conversation on our social media handles. Give us what you think. We'll be following through. And our guest tonight is an international lawyer. He is an aspirant for the Nairobi governor's seat, and he's also the king of shade. Miguna, ladies and gentlemen. Miguna always goes to an interview with a backup document. On the show, he's backed up with a constitution. And he's the king of facts. You need to have your facts right before you engage Miguna in a debate. That's why I had a backup document. So I believe we can do all the fact checking as we continue on the show. We're running for the Nairobi governor's seat.
Yes.
We can talk about that before we...
And you said there was an aspirant. I'm a candidate.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
An aspirant and a candidate. I think I need to retake my English lessons.
You see, you can fact check.
Okay.
There is a difference.
Yes.
In the sense that you see these people running around looking for party tickets.
Okay.
Those are aspirants. They are aspiring to be candidates. For someone who is not looking for a party ticket, my ticket is me. I'm an independent candidate.
Which explains why your social media handles are already labeled Governor Miguna. And
no, that one anybody can. Even you can call yourself. That's why you call yourself doctor. You're a physician. You're not a physician. Are you a doctor of medicine?
Yes. Laughter is the best.
You see. So the thing is, these titles, anybody can give themselves. It doesn't really matter. You can call yourself a president today, and it doesn't make any difference.
Can we talk about your policies? The underground train.
The underground train. Yes. What about it?
How are you planning to implement that project?
In major cities in the world, most transportation happens underground. And I intend to do that here so that we have efficient transportation underground. You know, when you are underground, there is no traffic light. Say, for example, in London, they were built in 18-something. Now we are in the 21st century, and it's like the Kenyan caveman cannot imagine that. You know, and they all went to school, and some of them have even studied abroad. Some of them actually have lived abroad. Some of these people go for benchmarking. We are going to go to benchmarking in China. Some of them go to Britain. They ride in them. When they come here, they don't want you to know about them.
Okay.
They don't talk about them. They don't tell you anything, but their children ride in them when they take them to study there.
Okay.
They ride in them when they go there. You know why? You keep the herd completely ignorant of what other people do outside and what they are capable, how they are capable of living, and you can dominate them. Even the ignorant who has not gone to school like these ones can come here and dominate. You see, for example, most of your leaders here are very ignorant, but the difference between them and these guys, in their ignorance and stupidity and backwardness, they have a lot of courage. They can tell you off and they don't know anything.
You seem to have beef with ignorant people. Don't people have a right to be ignorant? Must everyone...
And I didn't say I have a beef with ignorant people. No, nobody has a right to be ignorant. You know what? I'll explain to you why. Nobody has a right to be ignorant. Nobody. In fact, at independence, do you remember what your forefathers said they were fighting for?
I was not there.
Okay.
Yes.
The difference between me and you is that I read. I read things that happened when I was not there. That's why we do something called history in school.
You do read a lot. And I'm just curious.
I do quite a bit, yes.
So which means you
also... I love reading.
Which means you also go through the obituary section. If you have ever come across someone who's died out of ignorance.
Yes, majority of Kenyans die out of ignorance.
Okay?
Actually, unfortunately, that's true. For example,
Yes.
we have a healthcare crisis.
Yes, yes, yes.
The doctors, nurses, and healthcare professionals are on strike.
Yes.
And the majority of Kenyans don't know that the people who have refused to implement the is it CBA? Are actually the governors. It's not the national government.
Now
Because healthcare
yes.
is not a national jurisdiction in the constitution, but they don't read. So they don't know that they are dying because of the county governments that have refused to implement the CBA. They are blaming Uhuru. So you say to them, you know me, I want to be fair. I'm fair always.
Yes.
Blame me for what I have done.
Miguna really fair.
Blame me, yes, very fair. Blame Dr. Kingori, doctor, for what he has
I think you're too smart. You're too smart for the. I don't even know where to place myself because one moment you talk about you being fair, and then you doctorize my. Who does that in the same statement? Let me just. This is a personal question.
Yes.
That I've gathered.
All the questions
all the
were
interviews.
personal.
No. This is very personal.
No, but they were personal because they were asked to me as a person. I'm not an insect. I was not an insect before.
Why do I feel like you're just about to ask about my dissertation?
No, I wouldn't.
And
Because
how
I don't think you wrote any.
And how did you know that Margaret Wanjiru did not write any?
Because I could assess her. I'm very good at assessing people. I weigh you, I know the scale, then I hit you. So I knew. Just by the way she spoke, she behaved, I say, okay, fine. So which one do I give her now? It's very easy. You know, she didn't know I planned it. I did.
You
I
did
already
plan
knew.
the dissertation question.
I knew. I knew that would just finish her. So I was waiting for her to jump in. Just like you, I'm waiting.
Okay, and this is a constitution. Do you always walk around with the document?
I came because you told me you were going to talk about rights.
Would you please lecture Kenyans directly on this camera on their rights?
I thought there were questions.
They will ask the questions.
No,
Please.
I'm not going to lecture Kenyans.
No, just
Can I talk to Kenyans?
Yes,
Can
talk
I talk
to
with
Kenyans.
Kenyans?
Which one do you want?
I would not want to lecture.
Talk to Kenyans about their rights.
Okay. Dear Kenyans.
Miguna says dear.
Yes. Of course I do. I have a wife, remember? With 5 children. That's how good I am. You know, I can even say that.
Yes.
Dear Kenyans, there are several, actually numerous rights that you have enshrined and entrenched in the Constitution. There are too many for me to enumerate. But the basic ones I would like to highlight are this. There are economic rights that you should be aware of. You have a right to a clean environment. You have a right to basic necessities such as water. You have a right to a decent, affordable housing. You have a right to a basic health care, not just emergency treatment, basic healthcare services. It is in the Constitution. And you have a right to education. You have a right not to have your rights abrogated or undermined or infringed. by the state without justification.
Thank you for coming on the show, Miguna.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
I appreciate.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.